Good evening. It's Alicia and Julia, Coffee Real Talk.
And we have kind of another Halloween themed topic. It is still October. And for this one though, it's a serious topic.
It is, unfortunately, but it's real issues. We need to talk about it. Okay?
That's what we are here. We're real issue ladies.
Right. If you haven't bought your Halloween costume yet, don't buy it from Party City. At least not until they work out their issues, because that's what we're talking about today.
Party City costume fiasco. This happened a little while ago, so you may have already heard about it. You may already know, but if you don't, it raises up some issues that we as a society as a whole have to talk about.
Yeah.
And it was brought about actually by a woman who complained when she was looking for costume for her toddler. She was a little girl, and she was looking on Party City's website. And we have some numbers here. She noticed that for boys' costumes, there were 53, and 16 of those 53 costumes were careers. Like police officer, like fireman, like normal career costumes.
Right, something you actually get a degree for.
Yeah, anything that wears a uniform. Even cowboy we're counting as a career because, you can work at a ranch, and that's a career. And for girls, there were 45 costumes, so already less costumes than boys, and only 3 of them were careers.
And for the record, she counted the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Even though professional cheerleaders don't get paid money.
They do not. There are actually plenty of professional cheerleaders have sued football teams for not getting paid minimum wage. So, we're counting cheerleader. The other 2 were a cop and a cowgirl. But the problem is that the cowgirl and the cop were not the uniforms that a female ranch worker or a female police officer would wear. They were sexy, and these are kids' costumes.
Yeah, it's serious.
A 4-year-old doesn't need to be a sexy cop. No, that's gross. So, after she wrote a very polite message on Party City's Facebook page asking them not to get rid of any costumes, but just to have a kids section and not a boys/girls section. Because she said, when little girls look at that, they think, oh, I can't dress up as a police officer for Halloween, or I can't dress up as a fire person for Halloween. I can only dress up for these few things. So she's like, if you just make a kids section, then, girls will be able to pick and choose, because when you're little, body type is the same for girls and boys. It doesn't really matter, so why even make that distinction?
Right, exactly. Why bothering making an issue where there doesn't need one?
Exactly. And Party City, in the worst PR move of all time, deleted her comment and banned her from their Facebook page. Instead of even playing it off like, okay, we'll look into it, don't worry about that, we're analyzing our choices, they banned her.
And then the fire started. Everybody, because a lot of people saw the post before they deleted it, and they went haywire on Party City. They were ripping them a new one. They're like, you can't just ignore us. We're gonna keep doing this until you make a change. You can't ban a woman from making an educated point, concern, comment, anything like that. Because everything she was a lawyer, so she knew what she was talking about. So they banned the wrong woman.
And, that just goes to show you something that's big and kind of cool in our society now that didn't used to be, which is the power of social media. Yes, it can be used for negative things, and we hear about that a lot, but this is an instance where the power of social media got used for positive things. And that's something we like, because we feel like we are using social media to try to interact with people and try to make positive change happen.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what happened with this woman. She did get reinstated onto the page. The comment did get reposted, but Party City has not yet changed their website. So it's still and that's why we said, if you can get your costume somewhere else, you can get it somewhere else.
I mean, so many people out there are parents. We have so many friends that have kids, young, old, and I don't know about you guys, the majority of my friends have girls. And I don't know any of my guy friends, any of my relatives, even my own parents, who wants to see their toddler in a sexy cop uniform.
And even the fact that, like, you know, a little girl, when she goes into the store, she's conditioned to think, oh, this says girls, that says boys. That means that I can't wear any of the clothes here, and I have to wear the clothes here. So we start girls from a young age thinking that they can't be firemen, they can't be this, they can't be that. Like, already from a young age, that's what we're telling them by saying you're not allowed to wear this uniform. This is for boys. What kind of message are we sending?
And not only that, but then with the girls' uniforms, and I'm kind of going into like all costumes, not just toddlers now. I mean, I'm completely appalled that they bothered to make or not bothered, but had the audacity to make a toddler's uniform sexy. That's just disgusting. But can you imagine what that does to these little girls' image at such a young age? And I know everybody's like, oh, well, social media this and social media that, you know, why women feel like they need to be, you know, as skinny as twigs and things like that. And it's like, no, this stuff has been ingrained from a very young age. Does social media help? No, not really. But, I mean, what do you expect to happen? It's a vicious cycle. They plant a seed, a really small seed, and then it becomes normal to you, so you don't realize it. You know, and how long has Party City had these costumes in their toddler section?
Oh yeah.
You know, they've been around, as far as I know, they've been around for, I don't know, probably at least a decade.
At least.
Yeah, at least. I mean, I'm not sure, but.
And I mean, why not go to the basic thing of, like, maybe you put pictures of both kids on all the costumes. You know,
that's a pretty simple
like,
solution.
That's the easiest solution. Put a picture of both kids and just say kids. And oh yeah, some people are saying, oh, well, they can't put a picture of a boy in a dress. So like well, why not? Like, who cares? Like, yeah, seriously, like, if a little boy wants to dress up like Elsa from Frozen, who cares? Just stop sexualizing girls from a young age and stop inherently telling girls that they cannot be one thing or another. Why are you telling young girls that? And then we complain that there is a problem, that there's not enough women in certain kinds of jobs. And then we also come out with this mindset that, oh, this is a job only for men. That's not a real thing. But we are telling girls that from a young age by gender segregating clothing. That's what we're telling them.
Right.
And I personally think that when I become a parent, I'm going to tell my kid, from these two sections, you can choose whichever one you want. But I hope that by the time I become a parent, that's not even going to be an issue, because there will just be a children's section, not a girls or boys. And so that has been our talk about Party City. So please, go on their Facebook page and push for this, because they still have not changed their website, they still haven't changed their stores, but hopefully next Halloween season, we will see a children's section instead. And happy New Year, bye!
Thanks, guys. Bye.